Hello, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review of an excursion we went on a Carnival cruise a couple months ago for our anniversary. Normally we pick excursions that are pretty high activity, bottom fishing, snorkeling. This one was a food and drink tour. We thought it would be really great. It's in Ensenada. We had someone guiding us the whole time. We were with a group. Little did I know, this was going to be one of my absolute favorite excursions. The people that we were with were fantastic. The tour guide was just so wonderful. She was a delight the entire time. All the stops we went to, the food was delicious. We didn't have any complaints at all. So, I'm going to walk you through all the places we went, the food that we got. I highly, beyond highly recommend booking this tour.
Valerie, Kyle Travel Channel.
The first thing we did to find the excursion was go on the website, select the cruise that we have booked, go to the shore excursions option, and once you click on that, on the left-hand side, you have the specific days. So we chose Ensenada, and the drop down on the right, I wanted the highest rating to see what were people recommending that we do. We found the ultimate local food teller with tons of great reviews. So this was $69.99 per person. And when you go down the list, you see that it is a walking tour. You start with a shrimp taco, then you go to a margarita, then you get a fish taco, then a smoked tuna taco, then you get desserts, then you get tequila, ceviche. And then after the tour is over, you get the option to either go back to the ship, the guide will take you back there, or you can go shopping. Friendly reminder at the bottom, it's a walking tour. Make sure your shoes are comfortable, then you'll be comfortable the whole time. Let's go to Ensenada. This is a view of Ensenada from the ship. One other piece of advice that I wish I knew when we were going on this excursion, it's not the very first one in the morning. We chose it so we could sleep in a little bit. And we ended up eating maybe an hour and a half before the excursion started. I would have done that completely differently. The portions are small, but you get so much food that I was beyond stuffed by the end. And then poor Kyle had to eat most of my food toward the end. You'll see that it just had me laughing. I felt so bad he had to eat so much of it. But now let's jump right into the excursion. Here's all the food we ate.
Yes, if you can get fish, it was not in season. So that's why they call it the black market, but not anymore, okay? So you see, founded in 1958.
After a short walk through the fish market, we actually got to our first stop where we had shrimp tacos. Unfortunately, we do have a shellfish allergy, so for us, they were able to switch it out and give us a beef taco, which was very kind. We understood they didn't need to do that, but our tour guide was so good about who had different allergies. Here's the first taco we had. Like I said, we had the beef taco. The others had a shrimp taco that was breaded. The portions were actually perfect. Any bigger than this by the end of the day, you would have been so uncomfortable. Our next stop was a traditional candy shop where we got to try all different candies. They had spicy mangoes, which were amazing.
Somebody's allergic to, so stay away of this, okay, mi amor? This is lemon with coconut, orange, mango, and cactus. Ay, las abejas.
So they walked around with a tray of different candies. You could taste test as many as you'd like, and they had all kinds of traditional things that you could buy, whether it's honeys, candies, fruits, you name it, they had it. I really enjoyed the stop. I don't think I knew we were going to stop here. And the spicy mangoes were some of my favorite things. I actually wish I would have bought some. The next stop on the list was a little hidden away bar where we got to make margaritas, do a bunch of different taste tests of different shots. This was also one of my, I keep saying everything is my favorite because it was, But so they selected one person to actually demonstrate making the margarita, which of course was Kyle, and everybody got their own. And we were actually able to take those with us to eat at the next stop. If I remember correctly, this is smoked marlin with some little tortillas, and then that's the margarita we made. And we also had the ceviche here as well that came out on its own little plate. Both of these were great. Like I said, the portions are really good. So any bigger, and you would have been completely stuffed. After this, we walked over to a little cafe and had some churros. I just had to include this sign because I was turned around and Kyle said, "Hey, Valerie, it's not Willy Wonka here, it's Dean's Wonky," because he knows Willy Wonka is one of my favorite movies. And that just brought me to tears. I was laughing so hard at this being Dean's Wonky. This was right outside the cafe, but we're walking in to the cafe right now where they served us each a little thing of churros with some sauce. The churros were, of course, delicious. Most of the time they are. So after this one, we went to do tequila tasting. And it wasn't just any tasting, it was a tour of a little museum where they showed us how tequila's made. Each station got its own little honey selection. There were different flavors. Then you could take a stick and then cleanse your palate after the different tequilas. I think we got 6 or 8 different flavors of tequila. And by the end, we're just getting half shots because there was so much alcohol that they were serving us. But it wasn't to the point where people were super drunk. Everyone was just having a great time.
Together again. Up, up, down, down, center, enter, salud.
So like you just saw during the tastings, we did different saludes, and he did them in Spanish, did them in English, translated for us. He was our tour guide around the museum as well. Now it's up to you if you want to walk around, go shopping. This also gives you a really good chance to get some nice photos in front of the ship. That's what we did on our way back. And then the next day we were not hungover, although we had quite a few shots. The alcohol was really clean and we didn't have any hangovers, which we were, wondering if we would. So for $70 per person, if you had a group of friends to go with, I think this would be so much fun. Even just us two, we met people from the same area as us in our little group. We had the best time. If you do decide to go on this excursion, comment below. Let us know how it was. Let us know your favorite things about it. We'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching. Please click here to see how we did Vegas for less than $500 and stay tuned to see where we go next.